Good afternoon, everyone. Or actually, it is good morning, everyone. It's 10 o'clock this morning, right now. 37 degrees. We got a little bit of misty, flurry thing going on, and I am going to go do the biggest cleanup that we have. By myself, with the Gravely, because I have to push up a whole bunch of leaves with the Scag and a plow on there, and I'm just gonna try and do my best with that Gravely, because Gravely's been doing a really good job as long as that Protero does not throw a belt, which I got everything adjusted as close as I can for everything's all lined up. So we'll hopefully the belt will not be shredded today. I do have an extra belt if it does happen, but I think I've got it pretty good. And the Scag, I have to push up piles of leaves from 2 years. Pile it up because I'm out of room to dump them. So normally Vicky's with me, and it takes us between 3 and 3.5 hours to do this job. So by myself, I'm predicting it's going to take me 5 hours to do this leaf cleanup. And it's supposed to be raining on me this afternoon. Hopefully it's light rain and it doesn't create downpour stuff, but we'll see what happens, and I'll get you set up there when I start plowing up leaves. This is what I got, all these leaves, so it shouldn't take me too long, I hope, but we'll see. Okay, when I put the plow on that Scag there, of course you know the haters, how they are. They said it would never work, the plow's too heavy for the mower, and it was a waste of time, and I had too much money. I have $80 involved into that plow, and I just pushed up all of this. Yeah, it took me 15 minutes. But I got to play for 15 minutes on something that I made myself for what I wanted it to do. So anybody out there that tells you you can or cannot do anything, I wouldn't listen to them, because if you listen to everybody, they'll steer you all wrong. But so now we're going to go do this big old huge cleanup. Last year we did. What we did is we picked up the leaves first before we blew anything off. That way the bulk of all the leaves are up, nothing was stacked on top of each other, and we were able to pick up most of it easier, faster. And then since I have the Gravely today, instead of the Scag with the double blower system there, it's going to take me a little bit longer, and I don't want these leaves stacked up. So I'm going to have a few spots that's going to be tough, but most part it's going to be pretty decent. Yeah, this stuff is soaking wet. But I'll show you what I've got. This part of the yard is not too bad. I have to blow the gutters out, which that takes me a couple minutes. And I'm just going to go through. This one I will probably blow out because I got to get all that stuff out of there, and it's just going to make a mess out here anyhow. So I'm going to pick all this up and blow this little section out right here coming this way from the other side of the fence. And I'll blow that corner out there because I'll just blow it in a spot where it's kind of green there. And it'll probably take me about a half hour to blow this whole thing out. And then I'm going to start picking up here in the front. So I'm not going to have a video on everything just because it's going to be so long, but I'll have a video on most of it. That's going to be the tough part right there. There's a lot of leaves sitting there. There's probably about 6 inches deep of leaves. But this out here is going to be real simple. I don't have to do much, and with the gravely, without having any bagger in the back there, I should be able to get right up close to that fence and might not be able to have, or might not have to blow as many leaves out as I think. So let's get started and see how this works out. Okay, this yard turned out really well today. I had help from the weather yesterday, or 2 days ago. We had 2 to 3 inches of snow on the yard here. And yesterday it was fairly warm. It was like 35 degrees, 40 degrees, somewhere around there, and it all melted off. And it's been 35 through the whole night, so everything just kind of dried up really well for me. So made things a lot easier, but now, well, I guess. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. And I forgot to blow that off, so I'm going to have to get that before I leave, but that's no big deal. That's a couple minutes there. So what I got left now is to push these leaves back up, so let's push them up. Okay, this job's done. I said in the beginning it's going to take me about 5 hours. I was off by a half hour. It took me 4.5, so I'm okay with that. It's not a hard yard. It's just big. There's a lot of leaves here, and I didn't have to blow as much as I normally do, so that's what saved me some time, because I was able to get closer with the gravely. And ever since the dumping site's so close, you know, it's like 200 feet all the time where I'm going, I didn't really lose a whole lot of time. Actually, I probably gained a bunch of time because I didn't have to fight with the DR when I overloaded it, because I overload all the time. I plugged the hose up, I think 6 times, just because I had to make that one more pass. And every time you make that one more pass, it was plugged up because it was full. You can only put so many leaves in there, and then you have to stop. So I lost count after 20 times of dumping, so I have no idea how many times I dumped. It was a lot. And then they pushed up pretty good in the end there, except I did break the ear off of the thing that for my lift, the hook that I welded on. I broke that right off, and because I hit a little bit too hard, and I found out after pushing it a little bit, there's a stump in there. That's what I was fighting with to get that one side all ramped up. But when I come back next year, I'm going to do the same exact thing and keep pushing it up, and I could be dumping here forever. As long as I keep climbing up that hill and pushing up that leaves the way I was, and most of it will be settled down anyhow for next year, so it'll work out really well. So I'm going to go do one more. I'm not going to get any video there because this one's going to be a quick hurry up and get in and out before it gets dark on me. So I'm going to be pushing it here, but I'm going to go finish, or I'm going to go get to that one right next. Can you even see me? Just pulling off my last yard. I got to go dump this thing out and call her an evening. So yeah, it's almost right at dark. I got a little bit of time left to get across town, and hopefully I could see enough, but I got headlights on the old Tiger Cub, so I'm good with that. I'll have to get everything pushed off here. Okay, I just finished out cleaning out the trailer. I haven't pulled out yet. I gotta take her to the shop and shut her down, but I figure I better end the video right now before I forget and get in the house. That's gonna be it for me for today. Yeah, it's pitch black. I can't do anymore. And It's getting cold out. It's like 30 degrees out right now. It's supposed to get low 20s tonight, a high of 26 tomorrow with 70% chance of snow. And then the day after that, a high of 20. So yeah, never supposed to get like 2 or 3 inches of snow or something like that. And we're going to be froze out for 3 or 4 days after that until it warms back up. And I don't know what's going on after that. They're talking like 40s again. So it's probably going to be about 4 days where I'm not going to be able to work just because there's going to be snow on the ground again. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but I still have a lot more to go. But the list is getting smaller. Every day I go out, the list gets smaller. So please leave a comment down in the comment section. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified when the next video is released. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you on the next one.